Hello, BNI Chicago and Cook County members. Rachel here, and today we are going to talk about traditions plus innovations. Yes, the tradition of cross-chapter referrals, shopping BNI first when you have a need for yourself, your family, or friends, and the innovation of the BNIConnect profile. So BNIConnect has been around for a long time, and those member profiles have certainly gotten more enhanced over the years. And most recently, in the last few months, if you have not looked at your profile in a bit, when you log in, it's completely different, right? You're going to see more of a dashboard style profile, and you're also going to see a percentage completion bar on filling out your profile. Now, having a blank profile is like taking out a full page newspaper ad and leaving it completely empty. You are losing out on opportunities for potential referrals. So here is my recommendation, and what we're going to spend this video doing is to go in and take a look. And I'm doing this on the fly with you all. I have not looked at my profile in quite some time. I know I've got a headshot up there. I know I've got most of the sections filled out, but there have been some changes and some updates, some sections removed, some sections added. Why is this important? If you go to BNIChicago.com, you will see your own profile. You can search in the members section. You could look in your chapter area. And if you don't have a profile picture, it's just a little gray silhouette of a person, because all that is in the profile, unless you take the steps to add more, your name, your business, and just the most basic contact details. So I encourage you to follow along and take some time to update or maybe fill out your profile. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And like I said, I'm doing this on the fly with you all. So huge accountability moment. And I'm going to take a look at my own profile. So we're going to head on over to BNI Connect. And that's what this looks like right here. So mine might have some extra buttons and bells and whistles because I have my director role here. But ultimately, it should look sort of like this. And we're going to come on over and you're going to go into my account. And again, okay, let's take a look here. So you'll see 73% complete. I'm going to click on see more. And here you go, personal details, professional details. Okay, that looks like some areas for improvement here. My connections, we've got Dave, who is the me of Iowa, Donna Smith-Bellinger, who's a member here. Dr. Donna, if you need help with your sales team or your own sales efforts, call Donna. Kevin and Kip, Ohio, Utah, right? And then a couple more things in here. So we're going to focus personal details. I'm going to take a look at my bio and my professional details. The first thing that screams out at me is this profile picture. I think I look like this still, more or less, right? I mean, the picture is getting close to 10 years old, but I haven't made too many changes at this point. However, when I click into personal details, that's going to give me the opportunity to change it. This is a lovely photo. It was taken by a BNI member, Wade Chandler, who now lives in Oregon, used to be local to Chicago. But, it's just not very representative of my brand anymore. It's a little formal. The lighting is absolutely perfect. The slick back hair. And I do still have that blazer. In fact, I was wearing it in a video that I posted recently. But, I'd like to change this. I want to update it. Also, since COVID, I've figured out how to do my eyebrows a little bit more. So we're going to click on here and I'm going to, first things first, I think it's time for me to change my picture here. So let's take a look. And more recently, I've been finding myself using this photo of myself. This was a picture taken by Jason Brown, who's another local Chicago photographer. Again, a little bit more friendly, approachable. This is more, I feel like, what I look like if you just saw me walking down the street. And again, more on brand for myself. So update or add your photo. Okay, so while that is loading, some other things, like I said, it's been some time since I've taken a look at this, and I know I've got some goals to update. I have, you put your different years that you've been doing certain things in there. So let's go ahead and give this a moment to load. A little coffee break here. Okay. And let's come on over to the personal details. Okay, so I'm going to take a look here. None of these quite fit me. Mrs. Cherney is my mom. In the 2 or 3 years since I updated my profile, I have gotten married, but I still use my maiden last name. So I'm just going to leave that. You can see this is not a required field, but for some countries where the language is really important, that you have that specified. So totally up to you if you want to select it or not. Let's come on over to contact details. Okay, great. See some areas for improvement. This is our office address. Don't come to the office. I'm not there right now. Very rarely is anyone there. We're either at meetings, working from home, but we've got our phone number for our office, pager. That's really funny. But again, BNI is international. In some countries, they still use pagers. Let's go ahead and add some social links here. So I'm going to add link number one. Let's do Instagram. I have an Instagram for my BNI life that I probably could post on a little bit more. So maybe if you go follow at BNI Rachel, I'll be encouraged to post a little more. And let's go ahead. We know I love YouTube. So let's add a second link for our YouTube. YouTube.com/@BNI Chicago is our handle. Update. Great. Looking good here. And I'm going to come back over to my user profile. Dang, the picture didn't update. Okay, let's try this again. This is the power of live, right? I could edit a perfect video for you all, but okay, great. Let's say attach image. I don't know if I did that right last time. Okay, go ahead and save. And if we can't get it to work this time, I'll just go back and do it off camera. Very good. Also the computing power of using Zoom while making the video might be a little too much for my sturdy little laptop that I've got. Okay, well, in the interest of, again, live TV, if you're watching a recording, but I'm doing this live for y'all. Okay, address, very good. We're going to go ahead and click on update. I do have a profile picture. Again, it's not the one that I want, but alas, here we go. So we're going to come on back over to the profile. Ooh, 78 complete. All right, let's come over to this My Bio section. I know there have been some big changes here. Again, some sections added, some sections removed. Okay, so it looks like in here, talking about RSP printing, my printing business. I personally have been in the printing business for over 20 years, but that's not quite what this is about. This is really my BNI profile where I've been 15, 16 years. But I've been in Chicago 16 years. So let's update that to 16. Well, let's call this 16 too, right? Because, RSP, I came to Chicago for the printing job. Fine. All right. Hobbies and interests. Those have not changed too much. You can tell that I definitely filled this in COVID times, somewhere 21, 22, because I've did puzzles, indoor gardening. Yep. I still like spending time with my family and friends. Makes sense. My burning desires. I want to see you all be successful. And I'm a pretty open book. I love to tell stories. So if you see me, ask me for a goofy story and I'll tell you something you might not know. And yep, key to success is giver's gain, is really getting out, really being that leverage point for so many other people. So we're going to update. Our changes have been saved. Wonderful. Ooh, tops profile. So this is all the top things. Ideal referral. Okay, frustrated business owner. I'm going to also say, or salesperson. Great. Top product, BNI. Top problem, how to get quality referrals on a consistent basis. Favorite BNI story. All right. So some of you might know that I started as a BNI member back in 2010, and I was working for a printing company. I was that salesperson who was going to tons of networking events looking to grow the book of business, and I was doing the wrong thing. I was trying to make sales at networking events as opposed to make connections, build relationships. And so when I found BNI, I found a place, almost like a gym, where I could work out the muscles of how to pass referrals and how to be that connection point, that leverage point. Within 6 months, less than 6 months of being in BNI, I actually quit my job at the printing company and started my own competing company that I still run to this day, 100% by referral. And the company I used to work for went out of business because it just did not innovate, right? Traditions plus innovation with the time. So, I could type all that out. In fact, I might type all that out to really fill out the profile, make it more robust. And then ideal referral partners. Okay, I'm going to change this up a little bit. Yes, you all are ideal referral partners for me, but I do want to add a little bit more here. So new chapters, looking for realtors who are 3+ years into their careers and wanting to scale, or busy realtors who need to focus their networking efforts on efficient, that's not how you spell that, efficient how do I want to say this? Looking for realtors who are 3+ years into their careers and want to scale, or busy realtors who need to focus their networking efforts, or busy realtors who need to focus their networking efforts and spend time with referral partners. Okay, so for new chapters, this is who I'm looking for, and great referral partners are current BNI members. Great. So for new chapters, this is who I'm looking for. Existing chapters, sales managers, or business owners. So nerve-wracking to type live. It's almost as scary as writing up on a whiteboard. Or business owners with 3 or more sales people who want to waste time. Cold calling. We hate cold calling. All right, great. Updating. Perfect. And let's come on over gains profile. Okay, so I noticed some sections are gone now. There used to be more sections in here. And again, this is a little old, so 3+1. Okay, so that's filling chapters, retaining members, and launching new chapters. So filling chapters, average chapter size, 2021. Okay, so it's 2025 now. So it's, and we're still looking to get to that average. So let's bring the average up. And then average chapter size of 25. Let's focus on the current year. Okay. And then retention goal, making sure we have great retention, retaining 60%, right? The average in the nation is 50% of our first-year members. If you're a first-year member, get engaged with your chapter, or else you might wash out in your first year. And let's see, goal BNI region size, right? So we run all of Cook County. That's lots and lots of people, 3,000 members. That seems reasonable, right? That seems really reasonable because Cook County is big, 5 million people, somewhere in there, and looks good. Okay, let's talk about our team. So we have an ambassador program that is run by Chris Meister, who you all know, and the ambassadors go around to lots of different chapters. So if you're looking for what's next for you in BNI, ambassador program can be great for you. That's uplifts people, creates opportunities. Oh my gosh, you guys, I had a goal to have a full-time market development manager, so someone doing business development. We have Brandon now, and a full-time managing director and operations person, and we've got Chris. So, oh my gosh, I can actually remove this goal and put this as an accomplishment. Okay, so goals are aspirational accomplishments. This is what we're proud of, what we've done. So started my printing business in 2010. I had my first ever full-time employee in 2014. And in 2017, I had an employee who had a baby, and we were able to, it took a lot of work and a lot of effort, but we were able to offer her a full paid 12-week maternity leave. So yes, the FMLA you have to do, but we were able to pay her entire salary while she was gone. I'm really proud of that. All right, I became a BNI franchise owner 2013, 2014, and I was ranked in the top 10 in 2018. Been in the top 20 a couple times since, but we'll leave that in there. And again, we have team. Okay. Oh, and then some personal accomplishments. First income property in 2014, and then I bought my dream property where I'm sitting right now in 2017. So we'll leave that there. Okay, interests. Yep. Okay, all these, container gardening, perfect. Networks. Okay, so I am still part of Birch Road Cellar. It's a members only social club. Great. GGNA is the Greater Goethe Neighborhood Association. I sit on a zoning board so I can snoop at the new developments in my neighborhood. Chic, Charming Hats in Chicago is a hat-wearing society. So if that sounds interesting to you, give me a call. Since I made this profile, I am now in charge of planning the monthly dinners. So would love to have a little BNI chic crossover. And then the 10. The 10 is a group of myself and 9 other people who do what I do in BNI in different areas. So that's great. Any other networks? I really haven't joined anything in a while. Still do all these. I help plan my neighborhood block party, but that's not particularly formal. So, okay. Skills, public speaking. Yep. Coaching others. Yep. Connecting others. Adobe Creative Suite. Oh, and killing plants. Yes. Still there's a very sad looking spider plant above me. So great. Let's go ahead and update. Perfect. Changes have been saved. Okay, now this is a new section. So I know mine is blank and it's required. This is likely where a lot of those pieces are that I'm missing in my presentation or in my completion. And it's weekly presentations. Okay. Whew. So what do I want to say here? Well, really what I'm looking for falls into 2 distinct buckets. I am looking for those frustrated business owners and salespeople who want to grow their business. Their calendars are already overscheduled, family commitments, personal commitments, business commitments, and they just can't commit to one more thing. Funny enough, you'd say, wow, that person sounds too busy for BNI. In fact, they're the perfect person. Okay? Maybe that sounds like you. Perfect person for BNI because now this networking piece can live on their calendar. It doesn't have to occupy space in their mind. I should be going to this. I should be following up with that person. You got BNI. It's all in there for you. So a busy professional is responsible for business development, owner, or salesperson who is looking for a proven system to generate new clients. Okay, so I'm going to leave it a little vague. I encourage you to really be specific. Now, I'll give myself a list here. Owner of trade company, electric, plumbing, painting. So really, the people with lots of vans going around, they've got the actual workers, the technicians, and then they have the sales people. So, and when I'm giving this presentation, I'm just going to pick one of these things. So oftentimes I see these vans around and I'll snap a picture and I can come to BNI and ask specifically, hey, I saw ABC electrical company's van. I see these vans everywhere. I want to meet the owner or an office manager who can help get us in to do a lunch and learn so that I can talk to their sales staff, and perhaps some of their sales staff will say, you know what, BNI sounds like a great idea. So that's one of the main referrals we're looking for. And of course, solopreneurs or attorneys who are in a small team who want to grow their businesses are all great for me. But for the specificity purposes, I'm going to say owners of trades companies. And the second presentation, I'm going to talk about launch. So again, I mentioned real estate agents, a real estate agent who is kind of starting that traction phase of their career. So not the newbie who's never closed the house, but they're really in that traction phase. They're starting to cancel out a lot of the noise that they're hearing. They're turning down a coaching program, not getting the bus bench this year because they really want to focus. So that's a great one for me. Or that realtor who is starting to hire members of their team to do the showings, to do the driving around of the people going to see different properties, and they really need to be the face of their company. And so BNI is the place where they're going to go to brand themselves, to get their name out. So a realtor looking to level up and scale their marketing efforts. I could put a number of transactions per year to this. I could put some other pieces on here. But ultimately, this is what we're looking for, is a person who's really in that scaling phase. Okay, so let's update. Perfect. So we've done the My Bio section. Let's come back to the profile, how we do it. Shoot, still 78% complete. Okay, we're going to come on over here and, ooh, here's an interesting one. I don't have our company name. This is new, not listed. Ooh, that was a big one. Okay, coming on over here. Wonderful. Let's look at our other required field. Keywords. BNI referrals, sales, pipeline, update. And again, you want to have all this filled out because it's going to help you with your search engine efforts. Okay, great. My profile, come on back here. Okay, 93, yes, all right. So that was really helpful in getting our percentage up from 78 to 93% complete. Still got to change this darn photo here. And then also, if you prefer, you can come on over to edit in legacy. So there you have it. I'm going to guess that BNIConnect really does want me to specify where I'm at with my title or my, so let's update that and see if that gets me a little more juice here. User profile, come on back to my profile. Yep, 96%. And so got to go in and do some of those little details. But in this scenario, having 96 is so much better than having 73 where we started. So why does this matter? I'm going to come on over here again. The tradition is to shop BNI first. There's that old headshot, shop BNI first, and we want to make sure that our profiles are updated so that we can do this. So again, when you come into the BNIConnect profiles, you will see different opportunities to pass referrals through your members. You'll also see opportunities to look up people. So I'm over here, so you can look up people by service needed. So let's say I need to get my floors redone, or I was asked by a member in Miami, hey, do you have a good flooring contractor? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come on over to BNIConnect, BNIChicago.com, which feeds into BNIConnect. And I'm going to take a little risk here. So Brian, don't let me down. Brian from BNI 5-star. And oh, great. Okay, so Brian's got his headshot. Wonderful. This is the information that BNIConnect just auto feeds in here. And what does he have? Oh, Brian, yes, you've got your business filled out. Wonderful. Ideal referral, top product, top problem solved. Great. So Brian's got this, 70, 80% filled out. Just a few more sections in there and it will be top notch. And then this is something that I can share on. But if I click on a profile and it's just the gray silhouette and there's no more information, it's pretty unlikely that I'm going to pass that along, that someone coming from elsewhere is going to contact you. So I highly encourage you, log into BNIConnect today and check for your profile completion, right? So whether you are 70%, 50%, got yourself up to over 90%, getting close to 100%, get that profile updated and you will get more business. Thanks.